It is the small things that can have the biggest impact or make the biggest difference in our lives. The brain only makes up 2% of your body's weight, yet the brain is the powerhouse of the body. We just don't understand how much power, right, that we actually really have when it comes to our minds. We have to literally set our minds, right, to the things that we really, really want in life, that we really believe, and that the things that we really can or desire to achieve, right? We have to really set our minds right to this, because whenever you set your mind right into wanting or desiring a thing so badly, your brain is going to feed off of what it is that it feels, and it is going to fuel that right into producing that from the brain. Listen, just think about it like this. You know how you constantly believe or feel that you are incapable of doing something, or that you feel that you can't, or you are unable for whatever reason do something or have something, because you believe that and feel that so much that your brain feeds off of that. And what happens? You do not end up doing a thing. You don't end up receiving or having a thing, because that is something that you really heavily believe and feel within your mind. So your brain produces that. So we have to begin to flip that, because whatever your mind is willing to do, your brain has to follow suit. Because again, the smallest thing in your body, which is your brain, is the powerhouse. And whatever you tell it, whatever you believe, it is going to produce that very thing. Why? Because it's the small things. It's the small things. This is why even in the Bible, God says, do not despise the small beginnings, because it is what God rejoices in the most, because he loves to see something begin. And so we have to not despise the small things, meaning no matter where you start, as long as you start, listen, that is going to be the thing that should bring you joy, because it does not matter what you have. Don't look at what you have. Look at the fact that you're starting a thing regardless of with what you have, because it's the small things. This even applies to when you are making steps towards a big goal. It is the small things, right? It is the small steps that you take that is going to equal out to the big goal that you are setting to. Your goal isn't going to come in one big swoop. No, it's going to be the small steps. It's going to be the things that you do here and the things that you do there that is going to get you to that big goal. Because why? It is the small things. Listen, this is why they say that it's the big things that come in the small packages, because it's something about something small that people seem to discredit, that people seem to look over, not understanding the significance in the small. This is why something that comes in such a small box, right, that will change the whole trajectory of anybody's relationship, right? That is one of the biggest dreams or desires of any woman. Once they see that small box open up with that ring, right? Again, it is the small things that will make the biggest difference. Let's flip it for a second. When you first getting to know somebody, right? And for the most part, everything is all, funny in the inside. You're feeling all the butterflies that feel all good, but it be them small things that you notice, them red flags. I'm talking about them red flags, them small red flags. It be them small things that you notice that you look over, that later on down the line, you're going to see how those small things that you looked over turned out to be the biggest sign that you had in the beginning that you should have paid attention to. Why? Because it is the small things. Listen, we got to get this concept to not be looking over the small things, because when you even see somebody as being small, somebody who not having that much influence, somebody who seems like they're not relevant, right? They don't have a lot of following, right? They don't get a lot of comments. It be what people look over, but it be the small things, right? And these people whom they get looked over in the beginning because of what it looks like, it looks small, but it be that what they turn out to be is what people don't expect. They turn out to be bigger than what people expected. It's the small things. You got to start understanding the power, the beauty, the significance in the small things. So let's take it back to the beginning from what I said. It's your mind. It is your mind, the powerhouse of your body. It is your mind. Whatever that thing is that you want to do, make up in your mind to do it. Whatever that thing is that you believe in for, set it in your mind and let it stay to that belief. Don't let nothing waver that belief. Even when it comes to a seed, plant that small seed, because again, the small thing, a very tiny small seed, is going to be the thing that produces something big. Small seeds produce big trees. Small seeds produce great harvests. Harvest. Ooh. Small seeds produce big harvests. Okay? It's the small things. Whatever you believe, whatever you have the faith for, start telling your mind that I'm going to do a thing. Start speaking the positivity in your mind and watch, again, your brain feed off of that. When your brain begins to feed off of the fuel that's within your heart and the fuel that you speak out your mouth, you're going to see all the big things that is going to be produced simply because of that small thing in your brain, in your body, which is your brain, that controls everything. You're going to see how significant, listen, the small things are in your life. So stop despising the small. Even in a negative light, like I said, stop despising the small, because it is in the small that you will see great things be produced. Because again, like I said in the beginning, it's the smallest things that can and will make the biggest difference and impacts in your life.